arising. Beautiful people. Hey y'all. What's going on? I missed you guys. Did you guys miss me? I totally missed you guys. So, quick catch up. I had a whole lot to do. Wasn't even in town. Couldn't do a breathing for you guys. Totally missed you guys. Like, totes. I had a scenario play out where I was actually able to use the breathing, real live motion, on impact, at a store. It was wow, crazy. It was just wow. Just thinking back on it was like wow. It was handled so eloquently. It really was. So tranquilly. It didn't even phase me. I felt like a duck. It rolled right off my back. My love, on the other hand, is totally pissed. And I understand. I understand. I understand as well, but I understand more than anything because I used to be very reactive. And that's how my love is now, especially pertaining to me. So I have an understanding of that because of how close we are, but an understanding because, it's just about how you deal with things. You can't always control what's going on in your immediate surroundings, and you definitely can't control others. You can persuade others. You can definitely try to move things in the way that you want them to go. Oh, you sure can. But absolute control, not so much. So, I had a chance to do a real live breathing, and it was so memorable for me, not because it was the first one, but because it was the first recognized one. And I didn't recognize that I was doing it while I did it, but afterwards. And I was like, that was over in 0.2 seconds. That was really yummy. That I felt the energy after the breathing, and it was just, it was awesome. Like I said, it was just yummy. So I'm back in town. I'm ready to get this breathing on. I pray that all of you guys are the way that I left you. Tranquil. We left each other in serenity. We left each other with progress. And I pray that we find each other the same way. I'm definitely feeling grand. And I pray that all of you guys are feeling grand as well. So, without further ado, here we go. Grand arising effect. Grand arising. Batala. Grand arising. Oshun. Grand arising. Esu. Grand arising. I want to say a special thank you to Ogun. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my ancestors, for always protecting, for always guiding, for your protective energy in my life, in the life of my loved ones, the lives of everyone that watches and participates in these breathings. Thank you. Thank you for all that you give to us. I pray that you deliver a message to us today for our daily breathing. I pray that you continue to guide and protect us. I pray that you allow us to see that how we can be serving other people in our community, especially our elders, how we can be a help and a wonder to those that are around us. Come out too. We might get that card again. We just might. Let's ask our first question. How can we be a help to others? And of course, we find knows what is going to be asked. Of course. That's our answer to that, beloved. How can we want to be able to assist others, to want to be able to have that care to give to others, especially those that came before us. I mean, they really do. They need us, and a lot of times they just need us to listen to them. Need companionship. Everybody else can't do this alone. We shouldn't have to. That's not why there's so many billions of people on the planet. We're here to be companions to one another. This is a beautiful card. All the cards are lovely. All of the messages are for us. They are good. They are part of our tranquility, part of our breathing, part of our progress and our success. Yes. What about the next question? Don't even ask it. You must know. I'm going to say it before I turn it over. This is wonderful. Show us the way that we can be a help to ourselves. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, Ashe. Wow. Let's ask this next question, because I guess because we've been MIA for a few days, Spirit led, we need to talk, we need to chat, we need to communicate. Let's go. So, yes, know before we even ask. They do. Ether knows. Everything, we're in connection with everything. Everything is connected to us. Okay, our next question. How are we looking financially? What's going on with our businesses? Are they thriving? Any little help? I believe they're thriving. We're going to stick with that. Our businesses continue to thrive. Oh, there is somebody starting a new business. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, we got our cards for that. Let's put them in order here. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Ashe. Ashe. Well, I answered that question. All right. And what of the heart? What about our heart chakra, huh? Yes, get into the meat of things. 'Cause I know of a lovely couple preparing to get married, and that came out in a beautiful reading done by my love. And you know, they knew, but they didn't. They weren't really sure if they were ready, if it was for them, if it was the right time. You know, all the usual questions you get that arise in your mind with such a decision. And it showed. Yes, go for it, honey. Go for it. What's happening in our love lives? Are we... I feel a new love, baby, a new love. Yeah. I haven't heard that song. I haven't heard that song in so long. But I'm sensing that there's a lot of new opportunities going on, because a lot of people are home, they're sitting still, and they're reaching out to people. And these are brand new people. People are on different social sites. I happen to have joined ones called Haiku Jam, where you start a haiku and someone else will finish it, or a poem, or a different type of work, usually in poetic format. and someone around the world will contribute a line, and then somebody else around the world will finish it. It's a wonderful app, and I've met some really nice folks on that app. I sense that that's what a lot of you guys are doing. You're just hitting social media, and there's somebody that you're connecting with. Oh, I sense that hard in my heart. I do that. Okay, so let's just be in guidance with that. Let's just be protected with doing that. And let's remember, most importantly, to have fun, to be human, and to use our better judgment. Yes, that's a wonderful thing. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these apps and this time to refresh yourselves. That's what I really believe this is, guys. This is a time for us to rejuvenate ourselves. This is a time for us, and let's talk about rejuvenation. Yeah, what should we be doing? Well, how should we be utilizing this time for rejuvenation? That is an awesome question. It just came to me. Thank you, Ifa. It's an awesome question. Yes. Awesome question. How should we be using this time to rejuvenate ourselves? That was yummy. Let's do another one, Betty. Must be not hey. Y'all know I'm always singing. Oh baby, no. Oh boy, that apple candles just, it smells so good. Is that my apple pie one? Yes, that's my apple pie candle. I love pie. I love apple pie. But we want to know how we are supposed to be utilizing this time to rejuvenate ourselves, well, in the comfort of our homes. In our homes, I pray our homes are very comfortable, are very scenic. If you love water, I love water. I have this here on my altar. I have the comforter that looks the same. I love water. It reminds me of such. It looks like waves flowing. You know, I love it. If you love sand, use your carpet, or get a beige blanket, put it down, you know. Things like, oh yes, sachet. Things of that nature. All right. I had a question. I almost forgot to ask. I had a question posed to me, and it was, should I be afraid? Okay, without going into specifics, because this is a breathing, should we be fearful of meeting new people? Should we be fearful of meeting new people? I'm saying no. As long as your immune system is functioning the way it should, and prayerfully we're all eating to live, prayerfully we're all working our herbs, and prayerfully we're drinking plenty of water, we're using things like our elderberry, our sea moss, even if you're not really into roots and herbs, if you're just like into spices, that's an awesome start, you know. So I would say, as long as our immune systems are up to par, no, because personally for me, take a deep breath. Oh, that's so lovely. Personally for me, I don't fear meeting new people during this time. Now I don't like when people cough around me. And that was even before this happened. I just never liked it, and I never will. I don't like when people cough around me, but especially now. So yeah, you want to, of course, always use your higher judgment. And just be alert, be aware. Your senses will tell you when something's not right. Your ancestors, your protected spirit guides will definitely tell you, when it's a hit or miss. So just use your higher judgment. Try to be as open as you can and as connected as you can to effect everything, to everything. You can't go wrong with that at all. So, well, we're gonna ask our higher powers, should we be afraid to meet? Well, actually, it was not meeting. It was gather with new people. I don't know if there's ordinances out where you guys are, but where I am currently, we're not supposed to gather in a crowd of more than 10. So, yeah, I don't do that anyway. I have very, 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 very small circles in my life. That's how I like it. So I do what I like, and that's how I like it. But yeah, you wouldn't want to gather with too many folks now anyway. The CDC is not approving of it. So again, we're just wanting to use our higher judgment. But if you're just going out for a cup of joe, a spot of tea, I don't see the problem with somebody you run into at the shop wanting to enjoy a cup of tea with you. I mean, let's not be ridiculous and just shut out the world. That's never a good thing, because one can't live alone. And when I say live alone, I'm not meaning just surviving. I mean actually live. You can't do it alone. That's not why there's so many people on this planet. Lizzie, can you not, babes? Can you not do that? She's ignoring me. She's gonna do it. She wants. At least I asked, right? So should we be fearful of gathering with new persons? Should we be fearful of that? I know there's a lot of fear going on, beloved. I know there is. And I just want to do my best to soothe that. There's no reason to be fearful, beloved. None whatsoever. Keep your immune system up. Keep your third eye open. We'll be doing just fine. I swear I got a song for everything. I have a song for everything. I used to do that a lot as a child. And you know what? I'm getting the sense that no, we're not. That's not even a question we should be asking, because we already know to use our higher judgment. So, yeah, that's what that is. We already know to use our higher judgment. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. We ain't got nothing to worry about. We've had an answer to every single question we've asked. We got a double answer for one of these questions right here. That was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. So we're going now to move forward, and we want to know if there any way we can be a direct help to those in our community, especially our elders. How can we be a direct help? I'm thinking of delivering meals. I mean, it's difficult because not too many people eat the way that I eat where I'm at, especially. So it's and I know that for a fact because I've been blessed with meals from some of the elders in my community, and there was just a lot of things there I don't eat. And so this is the way they cook though. And smelled good, sure did. It was home cooking, sure was. But it wasn't something that I would consume at this time in my life because I eat to live now. So there's things that I just don't ingest. And we've gotten our answer. It was that was on my heart for a while because there's just so many elderly and so many that came before me in the community that I live in, and I wanted to show them some love, and I just wasn't sure how to go about doing that. So got the answer. Great. You can never go wrong with just delivering fruits and vegetables, because not everybody eats the way you may eat. You can't go wrong with delivering fruits, vegetables, water, So I'm gonna close out. We've gotten some awesome answers here. We're going to close out now. This card, I want to make sure this card I'm feeling is maybe in conjunction with another one. I just want to check on that. I'm going to look that up really briefly. We're going to close out now. And I'm not going to ask a question. I'm going to let this card come to us because we are connected to everything, and everything's connected to us for our beautiful breathing. Oh, it's just so wonderful. It's just so wonderful to stop and breathe. Yes, it is wonderful. You know that Stop and Stare song? I got that from that. But yeah, so it just feels so good. We're just so grateful to be healthy, to be living, to be breathing. Oh, it's so yummy. I really pray, my guys, you've been taking the time to breathe, to enjoy it. I pray you all have been mindful of your breathing. Yes, I pray you have. It's very, very important. I've been seeing this card. I knew you were going to come up. I was waiting. I knew you were going to come up. I knew you were. What was that? I was supposed to shuffle that. We're going to leave that how it is, though. I knew this was going to come up. Okay, this is interesting. Our reading, of course, starts the way it ends. So let's go ahead with this reading. It's breathing reading. This is our first card. You guys can see that proper. It's our first card. 5 of Pentacles here. And this 5, this is uncertainty. We're uncertain about ideas, especially in this whole breathing is really focused on monetary. This was a monetary breathing, it turned out to be. We did get our questions answered though. So The second question that we asked was, how can we utilize this time? Was that our second question, beloved? I believe it was. To rejuvenate. Yes? And we got the Tower right here for our second card. And this Tower signifies leaving behind false ideas. We're jumping out the window with this one. Like, we're by any means necessary. We're getting away from that. We're escaping. We've got to go. We're not holding on to those things any longer. It's awesome. We have the Empress here. Mind you, this was the card we asked about our financial status. And we have the she is sitting. Y'all see that? She ain't worried about a thing. Yes. She waving at folks. She like, hey y'all, hey. She's doing all right. Yes, that was our question about our business. And we have the Empress here. And the Empress signifies strength. She has an inner peace and knowledge that brings about her making the right moves at the right time. We got these two cards. This card came with the Empress card. If you remember, beloved, they both dropped at the same time for our finance question. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. And this card signifies taking your time. Taking your time. Making sure we've got the sun shining down on us. You see how at his leg cross, he's like, I don't know if this is right or not. So he's taking his time and he's leaning on his own understanding. Oh wait, that's its tunic. Both his legs are straight on the ground. This is his tunic. He's standing straight on the ground and he's taking the time. You see the look on his face though? Kind of like doubtful, looking off to the side like, We've got the two peaceful doves in the back with the sun shining on us. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is just leaning on more of our own understanding of things, which takes us back to this Tower of no more false ideas. So there's been a lot of studying going on, beloveds. I sense that there's been a lot of knowledge being sought and obtained. Ashe, that's a wonderful thing. We have got this beautiful card here, Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. We see it's got whole world in his hand. That just popped into my head. That is so old. I sang that when I was like 4. Oh, my battery's running low. Yeah, so we're gonna have to move this along. This Two of Wands signifies the strength of us going about whatever we're trying to proceed in. Our next card, loves, is the Page of Cups. Now this page, he's just learning, he's just starting out, but he's got this young jubilant spirit. So yeah, he's about finding his way, and he's doing that in a pure way. You know, when you're just starting out. It reminds me of the new initiate card. Okay, right here we have this beautiful card. This is the Six of this is the Four of Wands, and the people are so happy. They're in communion here. This is another card signifying, again, this has been a monetary breathing that little tongue tied. This monetary breathing is just time to celebrate. Acknowledge your achievements, celebrate. You see how joyous they are? Say you did a good job when you've done a good job. Pat yourself on the back. I've seen this card pass us so many times during this breathing. I knew it was coming. This is the devil card. Do not be fearful. You see how loose these chains are? Just slide up out them things. We ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it. Again, our breathing ends the way it began. So this is the Four of Swords. We are taking time out to heal some wounds, to be by ourselves. We got the Wheel of Fortune behind that. We're just taking time, again, like our last breathing, beloved, taking time to cherish ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. I'm going to close this breathing out before we run out of battery. I love you all. I pray that we meet each other again the way we left each other. And peace, tranquility, and progress. And I will see you all again shortly. I love you guys. Hey.